up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On one, ready?
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive game. This is Mixon. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Bring it up.
Joe Mixon scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try the left side. It's Mitchell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back. At their own 14-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On the Jets sweep, here's Chase. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, can.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Here we go. Hot. Ready. It's hot. Hot.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, we're going 37 is the mic. Pretty quiet. Hey, we're going 37 is the mic. Mike, I got you.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he will find his man Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
Here we go. 12.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up on them because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
21.
It's a gain of 2.
To throw is Garoppolo.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
He's got Ayuk once again. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
On second down now, it's Mitchell, and he'll go down at the 28.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On first down, Garoppolo.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 42, the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins
there to make the grab. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, gun. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Garoppolo now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. Now a dump off here complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this moment. No, okay.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is caught. It's Sanu. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It returns it right back to Samuel. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Play action. Garoppolo. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now
Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Brandon Wilson to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Garoppolo on first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game. And we
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on third down is Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
11, Thomas.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a two-point try. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Stop. Ready. It's hot. 11 empty. Stop.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. A short kick taken at the 18. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.